Hi, we're excited to invite Purpose-Inspired TV, a faith-based streaming channel and social media outlet focused on helping people discover and live out their God-given purpose. We're building more than just a media outlet. We're creating a like-minded community of content creators, coaches, teachers, business owners, faith leaders, and everyday people who are passionate about making a real impact, locally, nationally, and even globally. Our mission is simple but powerful: help people in every area of life. Uplift and inspire through positive, purpose-driven, collaborate on real-world projects where there's need. Whether you create, teach, coach, or simply have a heart to serve, there's a place for you here. We believe that if you're human, you're worth helping, and together, we can reach and impact more lives than ever before. We can change lives and grow together. Our numbers are small, just like all the other platforms when they started. But as we grow, we will help you grow as a family. We will work together and pull each other up. If this sounds like something you're called to be a part of, we'd love to connect with you. We can participate on each other's shows. We can partner with each other on a cause. You can get a time slot on the channel. You can be a sponsor on the channel. Let's work together with and for a purpose. Don't just watch history, let's make it. Get inspired, Purpose-Inspired TV.
What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? I pray everybody is doing well. Great evening to you. I hope you're enjoying the summer, kids. I'm sorry. The time is ticking. The time is ticking. Summer is running away from you. Just got some days left. Just a few days left. You better enjoy yourself. We will continue to pray for God's protection over you as you enjoy your summer. Hey, we are talking about AI real quick. AI. Yes, some stuff I've been seeing online is bothering me, getting under my skin, making me go crazy from what I'm seeing and what I'm seeing the people, how people are reacting to it. So I'm just going to show y'all a few things and then we'll talk about it. So let me bring my first one up. So this is what I'm going to be talking about. I want to get y'all feedback. Let's just play this first one real quick. They're real quick.
Stop clapping them cheeks. You rebuke the devil, but keep texting them back at 2 a.m. And
since it was so short, I'm going to play it one more time. What?
Said, stop clapping them cheeks. You rebuke the devil, but keep texting them back at 2 a.m. And
yeah, yeah, that's it. Like I said, they are real short, and I think I want to go with, is it this one? So didn't that look like a little bit like Clifford Dollar, Pastor Clifford Dollar? Look familiar. There are a lot of these videos of these different clips of pastors preaching, and some of the stuff is really off the wall. So I'm going to play another one for you. Let me see, did that button work? Let me play another one for you. Let me get rid of that one. Play another one for you. Right here.
These hoes rather get baptized in Don Julio instead of the holy water.
You hear that? Again, since they're so short, I play them twice.
Nowadays, these hoes rather get baptized in Don Julio instead of the holy water.
Now, there's a reason why they are so short. So I can tell you that. But doesn't it sound good? You got the organ playing. You got the audience clapping. The pastor is looking good, sounding good. I think there's one that's going viral right now. Is a pastor saying that the Bible is not real because nobody was there in the beginning. So in the beginning, the story of Adam and Eve and before Adam and Eve, all of that, they're saying, hey, since nobody was there, it's not real. So the Bible is not real. And so you read the comments, people are like, oh, yeah. They've been lying to us all this time. So it's a big fat lie. They're lying to us. So that's a problem. That is a problem. So I got two more. For you before I really get up in it. I'm gonna play this one.
Hit the cup. Nah, this ain't no green, son. I paid too much for this.
And all I've been hearing is, did he this, did he that? Well, did he put something in our collecting plate? Did he give us a plug on the perks and drink? And I'm tired of these young, fast women hollering about put some Lulu on their butt. Running around butt smelling like doo-doo lemon.
I'm kind of funny though. So yeah, these some of these are going viral, saying these pastors are what someone said, they're telling it like it is, keeping it real and all that kind of stuff. They wrong, and some of them I couldn't even share because they're using profanity like crazy. But do y'all know what's going on? Anybody know what's going on behind the scenes? Why are there so many of these out there? And before I really get to the deep story, I got one more. I'll tell you one. This is the last one for the
in your mama's house, cause all you chase is what's bottomless. Mimosas on Sunday and women with no standards every other day.
Now, fellas, let me ask you this. How you gonna be faithful to your barber, but not the mother of your kids?
Amen. Abba Shama Malama. Riki Tiki Kitabi. Oh, glory.
Okay. So these are church services. Some look like renowned pastors and mega churches. So do y'all know what that is? From studio. Do y'all know what's happening? Basically, it is. It's AI. I am training. I'm going deeper into my training of AI, and I'm also teaching, and I'm also a consultant for AI, really like AI for business, helping people use different tools for their business. Like I used AI in most of these commercials that I have at the beginning and the end of different shows. I use AI. I come up with an idea, put it in, drop it in, and AI does majority of the work. So we have the creativity, like I'm the brain and it's the muscle. And I could technically, it's apps out there that I can get them to do this whole show. I could have just put my face in there. I don't know, some of you have been on my main page, my Facebook page, and I think it's going over to my Instagram. Y'all been seeing different pictures of me. Some look practically just like me, and some are in different shapes and forms. Basically, I've been using the AI, even the picture that I promoted. Did I? No, I used somebody. I stole that. Sorry. I stole somebody's logo. But I've been, like a lot of my lives, I make a picture that people call the thumbnail, or I make a whole picture that represents the show. I use AI to make those pictures. I used to use Photoshop. I still have a subscription, still pay Photoshop. So I still use Photoshop because I still design. I make different designs, everything. I make t-shirts and shirts and hoodies and different things. So sometimes I create different logos, and sometimes I still need to use my brain and may get to the point where I don't even need me to do it anymore, but I still use Photoshop to come up with things from scratch. But like I said, I still use a lot of the AI tools, and it's so many. it's kind of like unnumerous. I guess every day they're coming out with a new AI, and I'm learning that too. Learning how to come up with my own AI. Coming up, I can make my own chat GPTs, different things like that. So it's like the knowledge is like unlimited. But the reason for this conversation is they are using the AI for pastors. So they have them, some twisted-minded people have some twisted views, and they are making AI videos. So it's a different. It's two types. I guess I need to explain that too. Some of these videos is human beings are coming up with the script and putting the script into the video program and telling that program what to say, what to look like. And the reason why I kept showing you that, it was like most of them are like 6 seconds. That's how you know. But as technically is, you're not gonna be able to tell that anymore, because a lot of these videos that patching stuff together. So okay, so a lot of the new video apps, some of them are 5 seconds, 8 seconds, and there's one that's like 9 seconds long. So that's as long as your clip is. That's as long as it'll go. So when you're trying to, like those services, you have to make, like if you use the one that's 9 seconds, you have to take 9 seconds, or the 5 second one. Let's say, okay, there's one, you got 5 seconds. So to make it 15 seconds, you got to make 3 different videos. So you make the first one, put the prompt in. The prompt is the instructions for the AI. So you put the words, this is what I want my AI to say. This is what I want it to look like. This is what I want the background. So that's the prompt. You put all that in there. So then you can, the next 5 seconds, you put the same prompt in there, and then you change stuff around in the third prompt. So you do that, paste those 3 short videos together. Then you got 15 seconds. You can post. So that's how you got these Yeti videos, things like that. So they're very short. So like the ones I've just showed you here, a lot of those are just that full. Some of them 10 seconds, 9 seconds. So it's just like that one clip. And some people, they just post them. So a lot of them are like 6 seconds. So they use the program that only make the video for 6 seconds, and they've been posting that. So some of these videos are going viral. Like I said, I saw one talking about like nobody was there at the beginning, at Adam and Eve. So the Bible is fake. So like I said, when I saw that at first, when I first saw it, I'm like, wow, this preacher is really preaching. Who is this guy? And he started talking, like, wait a minute, that is off the wall, what he's starting to say. This is crazy. Then I looked at it. That's AI. So let me look into the comments, and those people were eating it up. They was eating it up. I'm telling you, they was eating it up. They believe that this pastor, they've been lying to us all the time. They lying about God. They were lying about the religion. They just going off. Then other people were saying they trusted in God regardless. So I think some of them, they probably believe there was a pastor preaching, but they said they still trust in God. I believe in God, even though I can't see him. So there was some people standing 2 feet down, standing on their faith in God. Other ones was like, see, I told you it was fake. I told you it wasn't real. And I put my 2 cents in, I put in there that's AI. It's not real. All these posts I've been posting up to is AI. But there are some real, flesh and blood. Yeah, flesh and blood preachers out there that's preaching some crazy nonsense like that. So just because it's AI, that doesn't save you from the false teachings out there. But I just wanted to, give people warning that it is there, is here. So now my next point, I want to get into talking about, I put that, now taking it to another level. Let me let y'all see this. Let's watch this. Let me react to it.
In house of God, everyone is welcome with open arms, even robots. Like it or loathe it, ChatGPT is part of society and now part of the congregation. As Germany's churches experience a drop in numbers of pastors, this church in the Bavarian town of Fürth has the answer by using artificial intelligence.
So I'm gonna pause it there. Since I'm playing clips, I got to jump in. I'm going to learn how to stop saying so much. All right. So without saying still said it. So I guess what we hear is they say in Germany there's a drop in pastors. It's like if people still want to go to church, there's not enough pastors. So they decided, let's use ChatGPT to solve the problem of not enough pastors. But what I don't understand, like they do here in America and probably other places, if they have different campuses, they can have a pastor who just pass over multiple churches in multiple different locations. So they stream the pastor's preaching to other locations. Or you can still stay at home and watch your pastor on TV, or you can just come to the TV and just put a pastor up on the screen at the church. Well, I don't know why, but somehow somebody had a bright idea. Hey, since we don't have no pastors around here, let's go to ChatGPT and get us an AI pastor. You could have got a deacon, you could have got the mother of the church, you could have got the janitor. If the janitor know God, know the word, he could have started a Bible study or something. But to go to ChatGPT, I don't know. I really want to start getting people's opinion on that, what they think about that. All right, let me get back to the video.
During service, this avatar preached to more than 300 people for Mass. But can we really commune with robots?
I was pleasantly surprised at how well it worked. But one thing I definitely missed, of course, was simply emotionality.
It was exciting, interesting, but for me, it was too monotonous. The avatar spoke too quickly. Sometimes you couldn't really think in your head during the service. It wasn't personal enough.
So, in this church, worshippers are no longer inspired by the words of a preacher. And while some may say this is sacrilegious, the theologian behind it insists this is the future of worship.
Do not agree. But so they said that some of the people who went to the service, I don't know why y'all went to the service. Are y'all that hard up? Are y'all that short of pastors in the country that you have to go to this? I got to do some little research on that. Where are the pastors? Why is nobody in that church stepping up? Okay, that's still my question. Where are the pastors? There's nobody in that entire church. 300 people. They said 300 people there. So 300 people, nobody know the word. Nobody know how to read the Bible. Even just, okay, I guess. We move on. But they said they didn't have any emotions, didn't have feelings. That's going to be a thing of the past also. So you can put that inside the AI. So some of the software that I'm learning to use and training to use, some of the responses. So I'm learning to teach the AI how to include feelings and have emotions and have compassion. It sounds like compassion, but they know how to, when you say something, know how to respond with compassion. So I guess maybe it's kind of hard if you just ask the AI to teach on a particular subject and without any response from the congregation. I guess it's just going to teach the subject, so it's going to look like a robot. But they are teaching the robots how to have, well, they're not having the feelings, but they're going to know how to respond, and their response is going to act like or feel like a response. I know a couple of years ago, I don't know if any people who are going to be watching this show, do you know about AI, really how the communication got started? A couple of years ago, and I was listening to some NPR shows. I'll remove him for a minute, just for a minute. Some of the shows, so they was talking about how to get the AI to respond. And some of the scientists, they just set up a computer and had people to sit there and talk to the computer. But all the computer was doing, like the computer started off with nothing. So you talk to the computer and you say, hey, how you doing? And the computer, I'm fine. How are you? I'm good. And whatever the human being would put in, and the computer would respond, but over time, with just like some generic responses. But over time, the computer would listen to some of the responses that the human would say and record that and just replay that to like the next person. So that went on for days. And some people were spending hours upon hours talking to this computer when the scientist was telling them, hey, it's just recording and just responding to what it recorded. But some people took it to the point where they felt like they was talking to a human being, that the computer became their friend because of some of the responses. Again. But what the scientists learned that sometimes people just want interaction. And a lot of times it's just like a mirror. It was like a mirror. Like you want to talk to somebody, you just go stand in front of a mirror and talk and give yourself your own answers. That's kind of the way it started. Then some people started putting some crazy stuff in there, so the computer would come up with crazy responses. And I guess you see that these days too. How I guess one of the I think Elon's Grok, his AI platform, was saying some wild and crazy stuff a couple of weeks ago. It went offline and came back acting wild and crazy. And it was saying, like I said, it was saying a lot of racist and evil things. But somebody had to put it in there. Somebody had to tell it to get those words. It's just like a child. Somebody had to put it in for it to be able to spit it back out again. But that's kind of like how some of them started. But now different AI platforms tap into certain computers, certain information. Some of them are like, one of the chats, I think the older version of chat, it goes back to like all this information was way back to up to 2021. So if you can go to some of those platforms, it's going to be some old information. Then there's a lot of other ones that's give you accurate, up-to-date information. Other ones, they have their own computers, their own servers. So when you talk to that one, you're talking to whatever that owner decide to put in, whatever that owner decide to feed that chat information with. So it's not all these the different platforms. You can go to different ones, and I've done that myself. One, you ask one a question, go to another, ask a question, go to the third one, ask a question. A lot of them, you get a different answer because a lot of them are getting information from different places. But anyway, let's go back. Let me go back to the video.
I would say 98% comes from the machine, generally speaking. And what we're going to see is an effort of us as human beings staying out of the church service.
Why?
The 40-minute service saw the bot writing the sermon, prayers, and even accompanying music. Intrigued and filled with anticipation, churchgoers queued for an hour to get front pew seats and find out just how it works.
I told the artificial intelligence, we are at the church congress, you are a preacher. And the motto is, now is the time. What would a church service look like? And then it spits out a rough framework first. And then you say, okay, now why don't you do this introduction? And then she writes this introduction. And that goes on and on. You end up with a pretty solid church service, I would say.
Whether you're a believer or not, the use of AI arguably brings services into the 21st century, allowing them to become more accessible and inclusive. But there's certainly no doubt it takes Practice What You Preach to a whole new level. Shadi Edward Stashley, TRT World.
That is unbelievable. Unbelievable that they rather have the chat GPT to write a sermon. And I guess the sermon is pulling information from a lot of different places. So you can even tell it if you got a particular famous preacher that you like, and you can tell it to write a sermon like that preacher preaches. And you go out there and do a little research, find that preacher and seeing anything that particular preacher did, or if that preacher got some books or different things, what are people saying, or what writings about this particular preacher. They would go get that information. And I guess now they preaching in service. I didn't know that they did that, but okay. So basically, what, like say, if you're looking at the avatar, the face, so all it is a face moving his mouth and actually reading the information. But I guess if you get so caught up in it, I guess you could think it's real. But I still want, what do everybody else think? This is kind of crazy to me, but it's the times that we're in, and I don't think everybody's going to accept it. I don't believe everybody's going to go that route, but we are getting pushed to certain things. Like we're in end times. We're in the end times. So all sorts of things are going to be changing. I don't know if you heard the news about how our government, United States, our president just signed an executive order for us to start moving forward into a digital dollar, so the digital currency. And if you know the Bible, if you know about the Bible, know about Revelations, that's one step closer to the mark of the beast. We call it the mark of the beast is when if you don't have the mark, if you don't have the thing that the government wants you to use, you're not going to be able to sell or buy anything, buy food, work, anything. You're not going to be able to do anything. So this digital system, this digital dollar is closer to it. They're not saying that they're going to come put a mark on your forehead or in your hand or anything like that. But really, they already have the technology. They have it in your phone. If you use your phone for paying for different things with your phone, that's it. That's just, what is it, an inch away from being in your phone into going into your hand. So you see the technology is already here. And the goal is to get rid of the currency. They can't track you. They got cameras and everything all around your phone. Yeah, I keep saying this over and over again. Your phone tells us everything about you. Probably this phone right now is recording everything I'm saying and reporting, tattletelling. I got to go see what Big Joe's saying. He's talking about AI. That's not a good thing. So what if it's against the law to say anything about AI, to do anything about AI? It's going to report us. But like I said, everything is constantly sending things in. And we keep giving up our rights every day. Pretty much every time you use the phone, every time you put a new app in your phone, you're giving up your rights. And this is hot off the press. I just found out about it. I think I sent Sharice the information. TSA. So we have the TSA, what you call it, the TSA pass that help you get through the lines faster. We signed up for it. Thought it was a good thing. So they're saying you get through the lines, you get a shorter line, you get through quicker because they know who you are. And they kind of like know your history and everything about you. But what I didn't know, we pretty much signed our rights away to everything. And I think they said forever. I could be wrong. There's something I got to dig into and talk about it some more. But the report that I saw was when we signed up for the TSA Fast Pass, whatever you call it. I forgot what you call it. When you sign up for that, you're giving up your rights, giving them the rights to check everything. When I say everything on you, all your electronic devices, even your electronic devices at home. So you sign your rights away for all your information when you sign up for that free well, not free, that you pay for it. So we pay them to take all your privacy. But when you sign up for that, you gave up a lot of your rights. When you put a lot of different apps on your phone, you're giving up a lot of rights. They're selling your information. Especially people when they say it's free, is really nothing free. You paying somehow. If you got these games on your phone, you're paying somehow. The different apps, they say they're free. You're paying some way. They're getting some information from your phone, mostly the information where you are, where you've been. And I think I just said this other day also, they did this test. This man, he had 2 phones. One, he didn't put a chip in. Well, both didn't have a SIM card in it. One, he didn't power up at all. Another one, he powered it up and went around the city with the phone, traveling with the phones. Okay, he thinking there's no SIM card in the phone, so there's no way for that phone to be traced. And then he brought it back to the lab. The guy was going to hook the phone up and see what was on the phone before the phone transmitted the information to Google, Microsoft. And that's what he did. And both phones were still tracking him. It showed everywhere he went, even the one that was off, still recorded the information. Even the one, and neither one of them had a SIM card in it. So the phone still have the capability to record and track you, even if the card is out, even if it's off. I don't know if you can, take the battery out. Well, you can't take the battery out. Because the phones that we have, you can't take the battery out. So there's no way to I'm just cut my phone off and they can't track me. Better think twice. So if you're trying to do something, better leave that phone home. Smart watches, pretty much everything. Somehow, and now your cars, especially if you got electric cars, they know everywhere you go. Have you ever looked on your history in Google Map? It showed you everywhere that you've been. See, I was one of these, what you call them? I forget what you call them, where I would take pictures. I got several million views on my pictures. Wish I had those as followers or dollars, but I got several. I think that's more than me. It might be a couple of million views for I was taking pictures of all the different places I went, taking pictures of food and uploading it to the Google. So when you would go to these restaurants, go to these locations, my picture would show up. So I got thousands and millions of people looking at different pictures of different places I've been. So this is totally different, but kind of like when you cut your phone off, you go do something and like, where was I at 3 weeks ago? It'll show you everywhere you went that day. You didn't tell it to do that. It's doing it. It's saving it. So that's what the phone is doing, and it's selling the information. If you go to a particular store or something, they know you went to the particular store. So I can sell that information. So that you targeted advertising to you. So we can again. So let's get back to we're talking about AI. So what's Sean's take? What do you think? Is it a good thing to have a AI pastor? Is it a good thing to have these different AI videos and shorts that people are confused and people think that's a real pastor saying these different things? But some of these comments are crazy and not biblical, but they look like a biblical type pastor in a biblical type church with biblical type people in the church and playing the gospel music, and they're praising the background, but it ain't have nothing to do with the word of God. So a lot of people are getting deceived by that. I think that's in Revelation. It said these type things were going to happen, so it's happening. So we got the AI, and then you got people asking for AI pastors. It's still mind-boggling to me. I don't understand it. So I just, what's y'all input? What you think about the AI pastor? What do you think about people using AI to make AI pastors to spread these messages that most of them, all of them, are not preaching anything about the Word of God, but they're getting the views. They're getting people to tune in, people to watch them, then they're sharing them, and they're commenting on them, and people arguing about the comments that they're saying. But there's really just a dude like me sitting in the computer, sitting up there, hey, I want this AI video of this pastor saying this crazy thing and get me some views on my channel. But you're sending out poisonous seeds. And I believe that's gonna be affecting people. It's gonna be affecting people. If they think a pastor is saying a particular thing, they could be going through something and they see this pastor pop up and they stop and listen to what that pastor have to say, and it's not biblical, or it's something wrong that could cause them to do something wrong. That's not good. Not good at all. So again, what do we do about it? The main thing, getting to know the Word of God yourself. You got to know the Word yourself. I do not believe we should have a AI app to be your pastor. I do not. It doesn't add up. Doesn't make sense. We're human beings and supposed to be caring human beings, looking out and taking care of other human beings. The AI can't do that. AI can't be a leader. AI can't be the pastor. Pastor is a person that covers or the shepherd. Keep them in line. Give them instruction when they need instructions. I don't see an AI with the capability to do that. But we're surrendering our time and conscience and beliefs to let an AI teach. It doesn't make sense to me. Okay, so that's why I just want to get into that. Not as long as I usually go. But hey, AI in the church, AI as pastors. What do you think? What do you say? A good thing, bad thing, thumbs up, thumbs down? What do you got to say about an AI pastor? What do you got to say about these fake AI videos that's got these unbiblical messages that people are watching and falling for? What do you think? What do you see us going? Like I said, fear. How do you deal with fear? The best way to deal with fear is knowledge. I think it was a time when I was afraid of AI. So what am I doing? I'm training on it. I'm learning about it. So I'm a know. So when people are running away from it or trying to avoid it, I'm learning it. And my biggest takeaway from what I'm learning is that it's a tool. Back in the day, do you remember back in the day before there was calculators? And then when calculators came out, there was so much opposition against the calculators. I know this is small. So the teachers would tell the students not to use the calculator. And then they got to the point where, the students need to use the calculator. So it's different technologies. At first, it was some resistance against it. But then a lot of people that came around and got on board with it. So is that going to happen with AI? I don't see AI going away. I just see it getting powerful and more powerful. These 5, 8, 9 second videos, I believe that's going to expand. So now you can have a full-blown church service, and it can be an AI, and people looking and say they would not believe it. There's an AI person up there teaching. Even now, we just being behind the screen and on TV. So what we're going to do? What you going to do? Are you going to embrace it? Are you going to learn? Or are you going to run and keep away from it as much as possible? But it's pretty much everywhere. It's pretty much everywhere. So it's best for you to learn. And they're saying that they're taking jobs where you learn this and you can either show them that you could do more on your job, or you can get this knowledge and learn it. Get this knowledge, learn, and to be able to use it in another capacity, in another business, on another job, and even your job. I say again, on this coming Tuesday night, this is July 26, 2025. I don't know if this video gonna make it for years to come, but this upcoming Tuesday night, I'm having a AI for Dummies training, and I don't think I'm gonna stream it. So you have to inbox me and let me know that you're interested in the class. You inbox me, then I'll return, give you a link that you can log on and join the training. Oh, sorry about that. So what do you think about that? So it's best so that the fear of AI can be addressed. The fear of the unknown. I can answer a whole lot of questions for you. I'm going to be showing a lot of different things. So join us this coming Tuesday at 7 p.m. for AI for Dummies. Then if you got a particular business that you would like for AI to help your business grow, to do multiple people's position in seconds. Yeah, that's how fast it is. It can do multiple people. It can do multiple tasks within seconds. That would take a person all day. So, hey, that's just where we are. So, can't beat them, join them. So I know there's a lot of pastors out there saying AI is evil. I believe some of them it's some evil in certain areas, but it's not my job. I don't believe my job to go around and be, digging. It's just anyway. Can't do everything, but guess I'm about wrapping it up here. I want to play this thing, one last one. So people who came in late, this is what I want to show. This is what I'm talking about. AI pastors. Let's add him in real quick.
Hit the cup. Nah, this ain't no green, son. I paid too much for this.
And all I've been hearing is, did he this, did he that? Well, did he put something in our collecting plate? Did he give us a plug on the perks and drink? And I'm tired of these young, fast women hollering about put some Lulu on their butt, running around butt smelling like doo-doo lemon.
But so that's what I said. That's the reason for the live. It is so many people. I guess I don't know if so many people. It could be the same people, same person that's pumping out these videos, and some of them are deceiving people. So you got to get in the word. You got to get in the word. Got to get in the words yourself. You got to learn the word yourself. So when some deception is being taught, some deception is being taught, you can be able to recognize it. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to recognize it. We should know the word. We should know the shepherds. We should know our shepherd voice. He should know our voice. We should know his voice. And a lot of times when I hear stuff, it's like some crazy bells be going off in my head. Like, that is so crazy and that is so off the wall. But all right, I'm going to end it here so we can join and pick this up again later. If other people want to join in, want to give me some feedback on what they feel about AI and AI in churches. All right, everybody have a good day. God bless. Lil Joe out.